Today I'm making homemade sourdough bread from scratch. 300 grams of water in a large bowl, 120 grams of homemade sourdough starter, 500 grams of bread flour, and 13 grams of salt. Use a spatula to stir the mixture into a shaggy dough, then cover with a damp cloth and let rest for 1 hour. After an hour, I wet my fingers and bring the dough together completely with my hands. Then I do 3 sets of stretch and folds where I stretch the dough, fold it, turn the bowl, stretch, and fold. In between stretch and folds, I cover the dough with a wet cloth and let rest for 30 minutes. Then after my third stretch and fold, I cover it with a damp cloth and let it bulk ferment at room temperature for 6 to 12 hours. After 6 to 12 hours, the dough should be noticeably bigger. Scrape the dough loose with a spatula and place it on a floured surface. Sprinkle it with some flour and pinch it into a ball. Flip it over and drag it in the flour repeatedly towards you until it tightens up. After a few minutes of tightening and rolling, place the dough in a bowl with parchment paper and flour. Cover with a damp towel and place in the fridge to cold ferment for up to 3 to 36 hours. After the cold ferment, remove the dough from the fridge and preheat the oven and a Dutch oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Place 2 pieces of parchment paper over the bowl, flip it over, and remove the dough from the bowl. Score a design into the dough. Then carefully place the dough into the hot Dutch oven, put on the lid, then bake it at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, reduce the heat to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, remove the lid, and bake until golden brown. About another 15 to 20 minutes. Carefully remove the bread from the Dutch oven and let cool for 1 hour. After an hour, cut into the bread using a serrated knife, and there you go! Homemade sourdough bread from scratch.